Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rupali Shah, a blockchain developer and your instructor at Newton School. So, in our previous video, we looked at internal functions, and before that, we have also gone through external functions. But this time, we are gonna find out the difference between internal and external functions, where you should use internal functions, where you should use external functions, and what are their core essence. So let's get started. But before moving to our any remix ID and before trying out our code, let me introduce you with an amazing edtech company which is Newton School, and let's talk a few minutes about Newton School. So, Newton School is an edtech company that helps you to become a full stack developer. So, if you are someone who wants to become a full stack developer in their career, then it would be a golden opportunity for you to join your hands with us. Now, the best way to contact us and join your hands is to visit the link in the description, the first link that will lead you to the course site, and from there you could get the course detail and you would be knowing more about us. So it's an amazing opportunity. Don't forget to visit that link. Now, the best part about our particular platform is that it not only provides you the courses for free in the beginning, but it also provides you a placement from 5 lakhs to 40 lakhs, which is a guarantee placement. So first you select a course, you complete the course, and when the course get completed, you get a placement, and after getting your placement, you need to pay for your courses. So these two things are amazing about our platform. So we insist you to visit the link in the description. That will surely help you guys to think over our particular courses. So let's get started and let's visit Remix ID. So let's move to our Remix ID and let's get started with our programming. So first thing which is most important is to specify the license and the compiler version. So let's have these two things, license and the compiler version. Now after defining the license and compiler version, we need to declare our contract. So let's have a contract of name lecture, and this lecture contract will be having one string, and let's say that it's a public variable so that we can see the value of this. Instead of making a get function, we have created our variable only public, and let's give this a name like variable name as a name, and let's also give it a initial value. So I would like to give this an initial value of Newton. Now after creating the variable, it's time to create a function. So let's create a function. Now this function will be set name, and this name like function would be taking a parameter. Let's say that it's a string parameter only, and we need to specify the memory keyword and also a variable name. Now we will be making our one function external, and let's say this function is external, and let's say that it's just storing, like it's just modifying the name variable, and we are modifying it with the n. Now let's copy the same function again, and this time let's just have a difference of the set where like function name, and let's have a difference in the modifier. So let's say that we want this to be an internal function. Now over here we could just keep everything same, and it will not give you any error like with the function name argument names. So now it's time to find out the difference between external and internal functions. So as we all know that external functions are functions that could be that make a particular function available to everyone, and internal functions are a modifier that only helps the function to be called by itself, like called within the same contract. It won't be allowing some other contracts to call your particular function. So this we have already seen, and this video has a purpose, and the main purpose is to find out that what are the benefits and why we need both kinds of functions, external also and internal also. Why not only external functions would be be there and your all problems would be solved, and why not only with the help of internal functions you can solve all your problems. So the first thing with this particular video, the first point to take down is that external functions, if it is available for everyone, that particularly means that if there is a hacker and if your function is manipulating your particular contract variables, like this time we can modify the name variable. So if you don't want any third party to interfere in your contract and modify stuff for your contract, then never mark your functions external. It will be very dangerous, because then anyone could call this particular function from their created contract, and they could manipulate the values within your particular contract, which you won't be likely to have, and which you won't prefer to have in your own uh, thing. Now the second part comes that okay, so instead of external we can go with the internal functions. Then why we need external functions? Because every time it is not necessary that you don't want any manipulation. Sometimes you want third parties to get interfere with your functions, and if you really want the third party to come and modify something within your contract, then those functions are needed and must be set as external. The modifier function modifiers must be set as external instead of internal. So yeah, that was the main reason. Now let's see that what I was trying to explain. Let's say we have a contract demo, and over here we have the one function. Let's say this is just a set function, and instead of taking anything, let's keep it simple, and let's say that it's a public function, so that we can get it in our deploy thing. And let's say let's create a variable of our lecture contract, and this contract, like this particular instance of our contract, sorry, not variable, and let's access both the function set name. Let's say this time I am writing Rupali, and we also want set name one, and this time I want it to be school. Okay, so now if I am compiling, you could see the error, and this error is coming in line 21, where I am trying to access a function which is marked internal. So let's just commit this out and let's try again. So yeah, the error vanished, and we have successfully compiled our contract. Now let's just deploy it. So go to this deploy and transaction, run transaction tab, and over here select JavaScript, VM, London or Bowling, anything you would like to have. Select a account with 100 ethos and select the contract that you want to deploy. So first we will be deploy the lecture contract, and let's just deploy it. And over here you could see that we have the set name option, but we are not able to see set name one option. So yeah, it's quite fine. And the second contract that we want to deploy is the demo one. So let's deploy the demo contract, and you can see that here we have the set functions which is accessible to us. So let's just call that function, and okay, we got an error. So let's just find out from where the particular error is coming. Okay, so this set name was an external function which we can call from outside the contract by some other contract. But I guess the problem is coming with this particular lecture L. The instance we have not created very smoothly. So let's see that how to access functions of different contract. And I guess this particular thing would be nice in Solidity. Contract in Solidity. Yeah, so we have created the variable of the contract, and yeah, so we created the variable, and we actually, okay. So we actually need to give pass the address to. So let's just copy this particular contract address, and let's say that L is equals to lecture, and let's just pass the address. Okay, instead of this just the address. Now I guess there won't be any problem, and we would be able to access the functions of that particular contract, the first contract. That was my bad, sorry for it. And yeah, everything worked fine. Let's deploy the function again, like contract again, and let's call the set function. And this time we have a green check mark. That particularly means that we were able to manipulate the name. So let's just check it. And over in this name, like in this lecture contract, when we are calling this out name variable, we are getting string Rupali, which is set by our second contract demo. So yeah, that was a small thing that we missed out, and that you should include if you are accessing the functions of some other contract. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new out of it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, because it gave us motivations to create more content for the channel and for web3. So if you are someone who is interested in metaverse, and if you are someone who is looking forward in the future technologies, then web3 is one of them, and this would really be a boom in the market very soon. Right now also there are many people learning about it, and I hope you are also interested in learning about these things, these new technologies. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you get yourself updated with this particular new technologies which is in the market. Thank you for watching.